Thanks for tuning back into another episode of the Game of Cryptos. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. In this video, I'm going to go over what is one of the most important things that you need to be doing or should be doing to your crypto portfolio, something that you need to implement or have to do really well and be successful in this bull run. Before I get into that, guys, right now the market, Bitcoin, it's been sideways. It's been range bound between 66 up till like 70,000 for the last week or two. We just had the the FOMC meeting, and the market is trying to figure out what's going to happen. When are we going to get the rate cuts? As you can see from these crypto bubbles, the market is overall down for the week. It's been down, and honestly, until we see Bitcoin go and reach new all-time highs past 73,000 with confidence, we're still going to see a lot of cryptos range bounding. And some of your favorite altcoins, they're going to be down 15, 20, 30%. As of now, until Bitcoin starts to put in new all-time highs. But in the meanwhile, this is what you should be doing with your crypto portfolio. At this point in this crypto bull run, you should already have this figured out. But for those of you that are new, this should be really helpful when it comes to building your crypto portfolio. And that is going to be every portfolio should have and must have an anchor, a sun, a north star, a focal point. I'm going to go into this. I'm going to disappear. I'll come back. Every portfolio should have an anchor, a sun, a north star, and a focal point. Okay, what does that mean if you're wondering? So an anchor, for analogy, an anchor, it holds down the ships. It prevents the ships from, losing control, from ranging off course, so to speak. It solidifies it. It's in place. It anchors it down into place. And just like in crypto with a portfolio, you want something that is similar to that, to feel, to give it safety. And a North Star, it's guidance to not get off track. Just like building a crypto portfolio, you want the certain picks to really give your portfolio the balance that it needs. A focal point, a sun, just like the sun in the solar system. It is the thing, it's like that gives like without the sun, the planets wouldn't even have their, rotations around the sun. Look at the planets in this analogy. And I know, guys, this might sound silly, but I mean, really, this is true. Like, look at the planets as like the altcoins, and the sun being, you're going to see in this one of these examples, like being like Bitcoin, but like, without the sun, the planets don't exist. Without something like an anchor and something like Bitcoin, they're not going to exist. You need something that has balance to be able to build off of that, to further do better in something like a crypto cycle, and to have a better crypto portfolio. So in theory, what are some of the components? What are some of the things that how can you find out, what could be your anchor? What could be your North Star of your portfolio? What could be the sun? What can be the focal point of your portfolio? Well, one option is you just want your portfolio to have Bitcoin, or B, you want to incorporate cryptos that have a higher market cap. So the gems in the space, guys, Bitcoin has been around for many years. It's one of the blue chips, and it has that store value narrative. And because of it having this narrative of being a store value, there's a lot of confidence in people holding it for the long term. So this could be something that is really beneficial in having in your portfolio for overall sturdiness and stability, just like I showed you in the previous images with the sun, the anchor, the North Star, so to speak. And also incorporating high caps could be options for finding your stability of your crypto portfolio. So the reason I'm saying these high caps, and it kind of goes along similar with Bitcoin, is the higher the market cap, yes, the less return you will have, but you will have more stability because there's less volatility. The higher the market cap, the less volatile the asset is. But the lower the market cap is, the more volatile it is. And especially those of you that are really new to this crypto space, you might not want that. Like, that could scare people away. So because of that, that's why you want stability in a crypto portfolio. And then C, another option is to have crypto or a crypto that outperforms Bitcoin on their alt/Bitcoin pair. So as you can see, here's a little little chart right here, made up chart, drawn lines. The orange is Bitcoin, and then the green right here is just any type of altcoin. You want to pick an altcoin that is going to be in the green right here, where over time it outperforms Bitcoin. Because if your altcoin isn't outperforming Bitcoin, if it's getting less return in market share, market capture than Bitcoin, then you might as well be invested in Bitcoin, because it was safer option, so you weren't going to lose those gains, and you ended up making more money. So that's why it's important to look for those cryptos that outperform the Bitcoin. And of course, you can go and find those types of cryptos that outperform Bitcoin just by looking at the charts, just by going on something like you can go on TradingView and just literally search the pairs, search like Sol over Bitcoin pair, and you will see that, overall Sol has been really bullish. These are just, kind of giving you guys examples. So speaking of examples, here are some of the cryptos that, ideally could be your portfolio's North Star, your sun, your anchor, your focal point. Obviously, there's Bitcoin. That's just a given. Bitcoin, some people could have 50% of their portfolio in Bitcoin for, the safety net. And that's what this is. It's a safety net. Ethereum, we're hearing bullish things about Ethereum with the new ETFs possibly coming into play. So there's going to be a lot of market capture, and Ethereum is starting to gain a little bit more of that bullishness momentum that was missing from last bull run. We'll see what ends up happening, but a lot of people believe in Ethereum still, even though it has really high gas fees. So some people might look at this as their anchor. You have Solana right now, very popular with all the meme coins that are all these cryptos that are getting launched in these memes. The Solana ecosystem is huge. So for some, the Solana could be their North Star, or for even others, for people that want to be a little bit more, what's the word? Like, not even, I don't even want to say being degen, because that's not fair, because Kaspa isn't a degen play. It's a really nice, responsible thing to potentially add and have in your portfolio, if I'm being very, very honest. Kaspa is a great layer one, and I think that it will do extremely well in this bull run. It's had a bull run before, which is one reason why it could see a lot of price action, and a lot of people would, you can still consider this like a high cap. It's around at the time of this video like a $4 billion market cap or so. So this is another thing that can add stability into your portfolio. And then in addition, just a few others. You have Injective. This one had actually surpassed its all-time highs in the last bull run, from its last bull run. So that's really bullish. Now it has retraced, but it's still past its all-time highs from last bull run, which is really bullish. You have not seen previous cryptos of the last bull run already surpassed their all-time highs yet. Very few, but Injective is one of them, and so is Render. Render with the AI, the GPU narrative, extremely bullish, and this is a high cap as well. So again, guys, you're starting to see a pattern here. The cryptos that are going to be great for your anchor, your North Star, the sun of your portfolio, the focal point of your portfolio, are going to be the gems of this bull runs, are going to be the, where all the eyes are at. And these are some of the cryptos that a lot of people are looking at. Now, moving on, this is just an example, just to further, kind of give you guys, to show you my point. Bitcoin, the North Star, the direction people are looking, on, guidance. Well, Bitcoin's a North Star, or Bitcoin being your anchor, holding down your portfolio. during the storms, during the volatility, you're going to hold your portfolio value more, being maybe a little bit more into Bitcoin, and this isn't for everyone. Some people want to be, take more of a risk and be in a lower market caps, and that's completely fine. And then, you have Bitcoin right here, the image of Bitcoin as the sun. It's, all the other planets are orbiting around it. Bitcoin is in control. That's essentially what your portfolio is doing, as you see here, bringing it all together. Bitcoin takes up in this random sample portfolio the majority of it has the biggest piece of the pie for this portfolio. And that's going to be extremely bullish for when for this portfolio. You can rest at nighttime knowing that a lot of your portfolio is in something that's less volatile, that is still a really solid asset. And then in this example, I just, we put Solana. Like, maybe for some of you, Solana is your North Star. It's your anchor. Again, guys, like, it's not always about, you don't have to be like crazy degen all the time. It's cool to have like those meme coins and stuff, but I think it's very important not to forget to have stability in your portfolio, because if you don't have stability in your portfolio, you can end up acting really, really irrational, especially when you're newer to crypto and you're not used to seeing the price of your asset fluctuate as much. And then in another example, Kaspa. Now, for me personally, I'm more of this type of investor, where kind of the Solana and Kaspa investor, where I feel like Bitcoin and Solana are too high for me, but I wanted to, or Bitcoin and Ethereum were too high for me, but I still got into Solana and Kaspa to give me, to feel like it's anchoring down my portfolio more. I do have Kaspa in my portfolio. I do have Solana in my portfolio. They're some of my higher caps in my portfolio. So again, it's all about trying to have stability in your crypto portfolio. And again, these are just examples. Now this one, I put up a highly degen warning, but this is Brett, and this could be a scenario of like, this is what not to do, but for some, this is what they want to do. Some people are completely degens and they're like, no, my portfolio is going to be, a majority of it is going to be in a meme coin. I'm going all in or nothing. Now again, I don't necessarily support this type of method, but for some, having a meme coin being a major part of your portfolio could be their investment thesis. And if that's what people want to do, then that's what you want to do. That's the game of crypto. The game of crypto is all about taking these risks. It's about assessing these charts, getting that, reading about the events and stuff going on in communities. It's the game of cryptos. You're not sure at the end of the day what is going to happen, but you can try your best to hope that you were invested in the right projects at the right time to get potentially life-changing money. I hope this is making sense, guys. So remember, with your portfolio, you want to have your North Star. You want to have your anchor. You want to have your focal point. You want to have your sun. Because by doing that, it's going to give you guidance. It's going to give you stability and the confidence at night to batten down the hatches when the storm comes, when you see volatility, and you're not going to get scared and shaken out and selling your crypto. And you're going to feel like there's balance, an equilibrium. And again, this goes back to stability, balance and stability, kind of very similar things. Balance, and that could be for many things. Feeling like your crypto portfolio is, not highly, all into just one asset or another. This is very key, guys, when you're thinking about being invested in crypto, is making sure you have the blue chips that are going to give your portfolio the stability to be able to feel good about moving forward in the this next leg of the bull run. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope you guys liked this video. Let me know in the comments what you think. What would you say is your anchor in your portfolio? What crypto do you own the most of, that you have some of the highest conviction in? For me, it's I'll say these three for me. It's mainly Solana, Render, and Kaspa. Those are some of my highest conviction plays that I have the most allocated in my crypto portfolio. And then there's others, of course, but those are what I feel like is going to give my portfolio that stability, that balance. So let me know in the comments. I'll be in there commenting, and I'm just curious to know, what cryptos you guys hold. What do you guys have the most conviction in? Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.